The trouble with politicians there is that some of them don't have an option of working anywhere. They've never worked in their lives. All they have known is to be in parliament and chew bubble gum there and do wrong things. Unless these guys are living in another planet. But in this planet, in the smallest micro existence, right, there is a phrase called "we need to talk." That's when your wife tells you, you know you're in trouble. We need to talk, right? As this country, we need to talk. We're not saying that's all we need to do, but clearly we need to talk, right? We need to talk about social cohesion. We need to talk about unemployment. We need to talk about the time bomb that is youth unemployment. We need to talk about the time bomb that is inequality. I know my friend Rob doesn't think there'll ever be a uprising. Right? The bloody arrogance, the bloody white arrogance, actually. The same way that P.W. Botha didn't think. He said over his dead body there will ever be a black president in this country. I'm sure at that time white people were clapping like they were clapping for Rob. They were clapping for him until he was out of power himself, right? And replaced by de Klerk, right? Who himself had to kicking and screaming, go to 2nd of February 1990. Right? So we need to talk about those things and not be so complacent as to think we can just carry on here in the suburbs here in Sandton, right? When across the road there people are living with rats, and we think those people will never do anything to us. They will never come over our big Bryanston walls. We need to talk, right? To say how are we gonna get out of this rat that this economy is. Half of these guys, and I'm not even a conservative estimation. Half of these guys, you don't know their voice. If they walked here in the mall,
absolutely,
you meet them, you will not know. I know Malema used to make this joke that you realize as people are walking around with bodyguards that there must be a deputy minister, and you say, hey, but this is a deputy minister. Hey, really?
Ramaphosa he's still going. He's still the president of the country. He still survives up to this point. How do you assess his presidency right now? Will he go to jail like Prince Mashela said?
I won't be that optimistic that he will go to prison, because I just can't get over the fact that there is R1 billion spent on a report and nothing has happened, right? That gives me confidence, right, that the new dawn that we are promised has come to pass. Right, and we're promised heaven and earth, literally. We're promised renewal. We're promised anti-corruption. We're promised transparency. Right? And if you just look at just those three, and I'm not going to go to a lot of what can we call it, fact sheet or whatever. Just those three. Just start with transparency. Who has funded President Ramaphosa's campaign for R500 million? Can just somebody just tell us? Are we asking for too much for something that big to just be known?
Or even just an interview. Just give an interview and answer the question.
No. He's already said no, he doesn't know. He said, I truly don't know. He told me straight in my face. Right? By the way, amongst the people who made up this 500 billion, somebody gave 55 million, just one person. And I asked the president, aren't you curious, man? Just so that you can send the president a letter of thanks,
even a WhatsApp or something.
So transparency, dead in the order.
Okay,
So in there, then you're talking about money in couches, pala pala, and all sorts of things.
Yeah, suppressed.
In that, exactly, you know. And then the issue of anti-corruption. Here was an opportunity where Ramaphosa, with all his indecisiveness, had an instrument in his hand, which is a thick 5-volume, I think it is, 5-volume report, right? That was indicating who he should at least suspect of wrongdoing. Let's say they are not convicted. That's fine. No, he appoints them in the cabinet. He says, no.
Twice.
I want to promote them until further notice. And it pains you when you hear a jurist like Zondo saying, I was embarrassed having to swear these people in office after I spent 4 years of my life listening to the horror story of their corruption. I had to swear them in. Basically, the president was basically laughing at me. I don't care what you found.